Yeah. Oh, oh yeah. I was just thinking. I came down into this print mine, and I was an untamed youth. I had the teeth of the Hydra upon me, and now I just look all weathered and withered, and got the ghost of a pompadour on my head. It's a little disconcerting. Feeling old. It's been a lot of years down here. But there is one thing that makes me feel young.
And what would that be?
Well, it's a little unpredictable. It's a little unexpected when it happens. It's maybe
To
if I'm lucky.
work! Get to work!
That's
Get,
it. That's it right
get
there.
to work!
Huh?
Get to work!
Oh, oh, I think I walked through a
Hey,
cobweb. Oh, hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm bearing up. You know, uh,
Um, how
all
are
things
you?
considered.
Viewers, tell us how you are.
Oh yeah, that's a thought.
I always forget that we can actually communicate with our
We
viewers.
could, yeah, we could like ask questions and stuff. Yeah. Oh, phew. I don't know about where you are. It's hot out here. My corner of
I'm,
the mine is pretty hot today.
yeah, why is that?
Because my corner of the mine is in California and it's
Oh,
100 and something degrees out today.
yeah, wow, that mine stretches far. Like,
It's a big cobweb. It's a big mine. It's big. It's like countrywide, maybe close to it.
at least, at least
Few
countrywide.
thousand miles. Few thousand miles. So I need to rehydrate regularly.
Good plan. Hydration is very important.
So what's new?
So,
You been doing any gaming?
have I been doing any gaming? No.
No, no.
Do you forget who you're talking to?
You never know. You never know.
No, I've been playing video games mostly.
Oh,
That's the
well,
gaming I've been doing lately.
nothing wrong with that.
Cult of the Lamb, by the way, highly recommended.
The what now?
Cult of the Lamb.
Cult of the Lamb.
It is super cute, but it still has some good DCC vibes going on.
Okay, okay. Is it like what is that word I've not quite learned? It's a Japanese word for cute.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't. Japanese is not my thing.
Is it like hearts and it's all pink and purple and stuff like that, or is
Yes,
it
but
like
also you sacrifice followers and bleed from the eyes and things like that. So
So it's super kawaii?
Oh, there we go. That's the
yes,
word.
there you go.
Kawaii or something. Kawaii. Is that how you say it? I would have rhymed it with Hawaii, but I guess that's more accurate.
What about you? You gamed it all?
Last night was the seventh session of a 5e campaign I've been running. I've never run 5e until this, and I decided to string a few of the fifth edition fantasy
Oh
adventures
yeah.
together.
Which
And
ones have you used?
well, they've completed Beneath the Keep, and they don't know it because they decided to set off and follow some trail, some footprints, um, that's going to lead them to the Forgotten Hive.
Okay.
But if they go all the way there, they're not going to have any context for what's going on until after, because they were supposed to meet with somebody and they just decided to go off in the wilderness. So they're going to miss that meeting, I'm pretty sure, because it'll take hours for them to
Yeah,
get
well,
back. So yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't
players
know.
players don't need backstory. They don't.
No, no. If they want it, they can ask. But yeah, no, they just like set off into the woods, and uh, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, they're on their way on the short term or long term to the Forgotten Hive, and then the third and final part will be the is it Fey Sisters' Fate? That sounds
That's a
right.
yeah. Well, that's a level one.
Yeah, they're all level 1
Yeah.
adventures.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Yeah. I've ran
they're
that one. I ran that one before. I like that one a lot.
yeah, it reads good. It's good to hear that it plays good too. But yeah, they're all level one adventures. The party is about halfway through level one after playing Beneath the Keep. They skipped certain bits of that, so they didn't get as much XP as they might have. But they'll probably be level two by the time they hit Fey Sisters. But I don't think that'll be a big deal.
Probably not.
Should
You can
still be
always
close
you can
enough.
always give everything twice as many hit points.
Well, they'll still be squishy enough. One extra hit die is not going to make a giant difference. So I guess we've talked about everything. We're done, right?
Yeah, that's it. That's a good show. Good
All
show,
right.
John. Cool.
Awesome. Oh,
Oh,
wait! I got this stack of stuff here. Maybe we should
we should. Well, yeah, I suppose we should
we
talk
could
about that too.
take a
We'll
couple of
just
minutes.
we'll go over those really quickly. Yeah, we got a big stack of zines to talk about today.
That's right.
Look at that. Look at that stack. What are we going to start with?
What's on top of your stack? Mine's Tales
Uh,
from the Smoking
well,
Worm.
hey, that's on top of mine too. Let's talk about
Well,
that
there
one.
we go. It's number
Tales
4.
from the Smoking Worm, number 4.
Number 4. This is they I can't think of the term. Is it rhizographic or whatever? They always do a special edition first.
Yeah.
That's like color and stuff, and then a regular edition later.
It's pretty cool. It's
Yeah,
got these nice oranges inside.
yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. 2-color, yeah, inside.
Color, yeah, it's orange this time.
Accent printing. But I liked what jumped out at me. I'm trying to find it. Oh, there it is. There. I was so close. The organizations section.
Yes, that's a. It looks like it's going to be an ongoing feature.
Yeah, they bridge off of like in the warrior class in the DCC rulebook. There's a little section of like militant orders that are it's just kind of touched upon. You can build upon it and take it whatever direction you want. And then thieves have guilds and stuff. And so this is taking that idea and building some stuff out of it.
So it actually gives you some information about these orders that are mentioned and that sort of thing, and so you can actually use them better in your games. Yeah, this issue. Let's see. This issue also has some trolls.
Well, that's the other big thing in the issue. Yeah, I was just going to say, like, they do have some that are fleshed out. I mean, they talk about the idea of building the orders and the guilds and whatever, but then there's a few that are like ready to go. Whoops.
Right.
Fully fleshed out. But yeah, trolls.
Yeah. Trolls. We have the Trollkin class, which they get mutations of various types. That's kind of their thing. There
are three types of trolls. They're not all the same kind of trolls you might expect.
And I like it. It includes the Troll Appendix N. So if you need books and stories about trolls, there's some good recommendations there.
Right. Yeah, a little source material to build on there.
We've got a nice little fold out.
Oh yeah.
Of the Ponteverdian potted meats. Who doesn't love some potted meat?
Right. That's usually the herbal chapter or whatever, but I guess they did the meat this time.
Yeah, and then the organizations, rules for expanded familiars, a lot of good stuff in a nice little packet here. Highly recommend Tales from the Smoking Worm. Yeah.
And subsequent or supplementary to that is the Smoking Worm monograph.
Right, the Smoking Worm monograph. The idea behind these. This is a separate series of things. This is volume 1, number 1, and this particular one is called For Whom the Bell Trolls, and it's an adventure that, coincidentally enough, involves playing trolls. So it's got your troll occupation table, the troll village, and adventures for to take the troll. But the other cool feature of the monograph series is that you get all sorts of different aids for when you run it. And in this case, it has cards showing all the different NPCs and monsters. Got a picture on one side and their stats on the other side.
And there were some items, or am I misremembering that? Oh, no,
Yeah,
it's just
there's some magic items too. It looks like, yeah.
and like townsfolk.
So yeah, and it's let me tell you, it's having the picture on a card that you can just show your players, and then having all the stats and information on the back that you can easily refer to. It makes judging it so easy. It is so
It's really
nice.
it's really good art too. It's like
Right.
strong, very
And
strong.
and I know it's good because I have ran some play tests of Monograph number 2 that's going to be coming out soon.
Oh, okay. How soon do we know?
Well, the Kickstarter is over and done with. It should be really soon because I had like the prototype actual printed stuff when I was running it at Gen Con.
Ah, okay. You had all the cards and the
I had all the cards and everything. So yeah.
Yeah. Let's see, what is that? That runs it's a level 1 adventure and it runs 22, but that's mostly, I suppose, because of
Yeah, the cards are worth it. I love the cards.
Reusable cards, because you could totally stand those in other adventures and stuff.
Absolutely.
I mean, I would. That's definitely what I would do. Are trolls classical?
Classical?
Yeah. How far back do trolls go in folklore? Do we know?
Well, I know Norse mythology has trolls.
That's pretty classical. I would say that's pretty old. I don't know how that compares to ancient Greece.
Ancient Greece. Monsters of myth. I feel like if there's trolls in that book, it answers your question.
It says ancient Greece right there. Right there. So this is volume 3 of the Aeon series. And as you may guess, it focuses on monsters of myth. And it is what it says on the tin. It has
what are some of the monsters we've got in there?
Classical monsters. There's a bronze bull.
Okay. Yeah,
in fact, I'll go full classical, or I'll go as classical as I can myself. It even has the Tumesian fox.
I'm not familiar.
The Tumesian fox was unable to be caught, and went up against, in some myth or other, I can't remember if it's a dog or a wolf that always catches its prey.
Oh, so like
one of those,
like the unstoppable force, immovable objects kind of.
Yeah. So those
right.
classical conundrum things. And actually, if I could remember what that creature was, I bet it's in here, but I don't remember exactly. Although maybe it's right there. Yeah, I do not know how to say that. The hound. The first line is the immortal hound that never fails to catch its prey when hunting.
Ah, okay.
So you put that hound up against that fox, and
you get a Disney movie.
You get the hound and the fox. It's just like, exactly. I mean, we didn't realize that was a classical Greek story in animated form from Disney, but there it is. But there's other things too, like giant lions and giant scorpions, which you can use in any game beyond the classical game, if you are so inclined.
Giant scorpions, like, to me, giant scorpions say ancient Greece because of the original Clash of the Titans movie.
Because of Ray Harryhausen, yeah.
There was the stop motion giant scorpion.
Yeah, I'm looking right now. Where is that giant statue that comes to life, and you have to unscrew its ankle to drain the whatever liquid out of it to make it stop? I can't remember. I don't think that's in here. That was Jason and the Argonauts. But anyway, that's my touchstone, Jason and the Argonauts.
Oh, okay, yeah, very similar sort of thing. Yeah.
The severed Hydra head. That's pretty cool.
Nice.
Nice little illo there of somebody getting bit on the leg. I hope that's not Achilles. That'd be a problem for him. Oh, and there's more Hydra head action on the back. Whoops, covering it up there.
Hail Hydra.
Hail Hydra. That's right. That's right. But I think that's it for our black and white zines, right?
No, I don't think it is. I think we still have one more.
He did a double
Starcrawl.
take, sweating profusely. Oh yeah, Starcrawl, Sons of the Leviathan, or Sons of Leviathan.
Scions.
Scions. I'll let you say the title. I'm clearly screwing it all
But
up.
in any case, it's a level 6 adventure, folks. You don't get a lot of those. Level 6 adventure. Can you rescue a young man from the clutches of a doomsday cult? That's the question this adventure answers, apparently.
Yes, and I like that in the text it's framed more like an extraction than a rescue. It's like maybe the cult is so powerful your best bet is to pretend to be among them and then get this guy smuggled out or something.
Right.
The term extraction put me very much in mind of like cyberpunk stuff, which I thought was a nice variant of the rescue scenario.
And yeah, and even though it's Starcrawl, there is a ziggurat. That's important information.
You can have a space ziggurat.
But I think my favorite part of this is the bonus material at the end, the rules for pets. There is a table
right.
for pets, where you can randomly determine what kind of pet you have, what quirks that particular animal has, and their special powers.
Would we call that a space familiar?
I don't know. I don't think they really like you don't have to be a space wizard to get one. And I don't think they affect your power in any way at all. It's just you find this weird animal and you train it.
Yeah. But everything is sci-fi if you just put the word space in front of it. I'm
Like
going to have some space lasagna.
Hamsters. Space hamsters, yeah.
Right.
The classic one.
right. It's
obviously space lasagna.
It's from the future if it has space in the front of it. It's
yes.
The space extraction from the space pet in the space scions of Space Leviathan. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to take the Mickey out of the adventure. I think it's a good adventure, but I do like adding the word space to things. That's just how I am. Space Starcrawl.
Perfect. Starcrawl from the future.
It's a future version of Starcrawl.
What have we got next? Yeah, kind of the opposite of the future, I suppose.
Yeah, going into the past, maybe?
Yeah.
Look at all this.
There's four of these.
Come from?
There's four of them.
They seem to be thematically linked by this banner at the top that says Valley Out of Time.
Valley Out of Time. Yes. So now these are not exactly a setting of their own, and it's not exactly time travel. It's designed to be a valley that can exist in any other setting you want to put it in.
Right.
Where dinosaurs and cavemen just happen to live.
Both DCC, MCC stuff. Oh, and I was going to say, speaking of that, the one thing to point out about Scions of Leviathan is it's written for Starcrawl, but it also has notes if you want to run it as a straight up MCC adventure. That's not
Fantastic.
a spacefaring.
Fantastic.
Glad I didn't forget that because that's a cool element, and I didn't want to not mention that because it's awesome. But yes, this is also DCC and MCC compatible, and.
Let's take a little closer look at each of these issues. So they each have a particular little theme or subject, I suppose. The first one is Welcome to the Valley, which gives you it's an adventure that you can use to take your characters from MCC or DCC or whatever world they happen to exist in into the valley.
And there's an adventure here.
Yeah, it's an adventure. There's and
Not,
obviously there's some new monsters, dinosaur type things, that sort of stuff. Um, there is
can never go wrong with dinosaurs.
my favorite part though is the jungle funk, which is not a type of music. It is a disease that you get in the jungle. The
Right.
jungle. It could be a type of music though.
If I had the royalty-free music queued up, that would be a perfect time to
I
start
know.
playing some
If,
jungle
if only
funk.
if only we were professionals and planned this show,
If
right?
we had thought about that, I did not put that together, but yeah, that now that you say it, and then
Issue
exploring the
two,
valley,
exploring the valley, part two of the Valley Out of Time.
another adventure.
Or is it another, or is it a continuation of the Ace? Let's see what it says.
I think it's. My impression was they were separate, but
A
yeah,
series
I
of
mean,
adventures. Yes,
yeah,
they
yeah,
are separate. Yeah.
yeah, because it's also it's giving you a jumping off point to also add in and mix in your own material and take things where you want to go.
Right. Right.
So you wouldn't have to do one and then two. You could do one and then mess around with something and jump into two later if that's how you
Right.
wanted to do it.
Right.
They're sort of modular in that way.
And this particular adventure in issue two here is fairly short, because it has a lot of new monsters
Right.
taking up the rest of the space here. So
And is this the one I'm thinking of where, oh yeah, no, this is the one. It's got the monsters, but Danger Valley #3 has encounters that you might face as you're working your way through the valley. And so there's like new creatures in this and new opponents, but they're presented in the form of an encounter, not just, hey, here's a monster, figure out how you
yeah,
want to use it. It's like a ready to go little evening
side
play.
encounter. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So you could be in between the first two and or from leading from one to the other and then hit some of these on the way. Just drop them in and go with those. I was going to count up how many, but there's several. I can't remember how many. It's got a good what, if I could read this, 30 some pages of bonus encounters, extra encounters that you can use or build up from or drop into any situation. And the fourth one, fourth book,
Tribes and factions.
Tribes and Factions. Uh,
It's pretty much explains exactly what is in the book. Like you get
yeah,
descriptions of different villages and tribes that live in the valley and how they all interconnect and relate to each other.
right.
You
And,
get
and there's
some
also
information about barter and trade in the economy, and then
there's also the Man Wolf.
man,
You want to watch out for,
and then of course there's a section for new monsters.
and then more creatures. Yeah.
So yeah, those books all together, very solid, very solid. They're 10 apiece, right?
Yeah, 10 each. The only minor note I have on these is that having the number on the outside somewhere would be super handy, but it's not critical. But
And the covers are
welcome,
awesome. Covers are great.
yeah, the full color covers. Welcome's the first one, exploring Danger Valley,
Danger Valley.
Tribes and Factions, #4.
Space tribes and factions.
Well, that would be a whole other thing, wouldn't it? Oh, and the thing that occurred to me about that, like the idea of you can just drop it in wherever in your campaign world, it would make a good basis for if you wanted to do a kind of Pellucidar.
Yeah, I was that Lucidar or even like Savage Lands from the Marvel comics or
Right. Yeah, I hadn't thought of Savage Lands, but yeah, that's pretty much right on the money there too.
I mean, I'm sure they stole most of that from Pellucidar, so
Well, yeah. But you don't have to go into the earth to get to the savage
That's
land.
true. That's true.
There's
You just have to go to the Arctic or
some
Antarctic or
I think it was
whatever.
the Antarctic. You
Yeah.
have to find some patch of land in the Antarctic that is all the steamy jungle somehow
Yes.
with dinosaurs and other
And
things.
Khazar.
And Khazar. And if you were going to find that, if you were going to go to the Antarctic to find a mysterious jungle land in the middle of it, you might want to take some hirelings or some henchmen with you.
Henchmen, very important. Always. So this is a very interesting little zine, the Gong Farmer Militia. It is just rules for henchmen and hirelings, just like it says.
Yep.
So your hirelings, when you hire them, they're just basic nobodies, but eventually they can become henchmen. They're more loyal to you, and then they get little special abilities. They're not quite full character classes, not even close to full character classes, but definitely gives your henchmen some flavor and a couple like minor special abilities they can use.
Right. And there are 10 types, and they're each laid out on a full spread like that. Hired muscle, the cut purse.
Dwarven sappers,
Yeah, yeah, the sappers there.
and the best one, of course, is the obsequious toady.
Yes, yes. And there's some charts for like upgrading the henchmen. So if they stick around, they can, as the party levels up, the henchmen can take on a little extra bonus here and there or extra ability here or there just to keep them, keep them valuable to the party. Kind of keep them on a par with where they were maybe when they were hired
And
in
then
relation to
yeah,
the party
and
level.
then the part that I found really interesting, it's got 4 pages in the back that is a historical note on RPG hirelings that
Right,
goes through a bunch of different RPGs and editions of D&D and talks about how hirelings and henchmen were handled in those games.
right,
So
right.
it's just a cool little historical note, as it says.
Yeah, and well, the other thing, game wise, is it also has rules if you want to make the hirelings into sidekicks, or if you just want to throw some dwarven dynamite around.
5 gold pieces per stick. Man,
Hey, it's not easy to make,
no, I suppose not. I
but
can't afford that though.
it's pretty potent.
That
Three
Emogoth does not pay me enough to buy that.
3d12 damage. Might be worth $5 a stick or 5 gold pieces a stick. But yeah, no, this is a tight little 32-page zine. Instant ready to play henchmen and hirelings and all that.
Yeah, it's a good one. I recommend that one.
So I think that's the stack.
That's the stack of zines. Yeah,
There they all are.
cool.
For this time, who knows
For
what?
this time, we're gonna have another episode soon, like sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I hope so.
And yeah, maybe our next episode will actually have a guest and an interview.
All this to cover.
I
What are we
know
gonna do with all
we
this?
haven't so much stuff we haven't talked about
Oh,
yet.
yeah, we got to get through this, man. Ugh, I don't have to lug that around anymore.
Right, man. We need some henchmen and hirelings to haul all our books for us.
I think that's us. That's
Oh,
we're
the
the
crap.
henchmen. We're the hirelings. We're not really hirelings.
Well, I guess
Oh,
that's all we got this episode then.
I think it is. I think I'm ready to turn off these lights because they're
Yeah,
not. The lights are not making it feel any cooler. I have to
I'm
say.
sure they're not. I'm sure they're not.
All
All
right.
right.
Well,
Well, yes, all of this stuff is available right now in the Goodman Games online store. Still free shipping in the U.S. if you order $100 or more. Um,
yeah.
and
What does today's stash add up to? Let's see.
I'm sure it's at least $100.
I lost count already. So that's 40. Yeah, it's probably pretty close. If you got all these things and maybe like one other item.
Yeah, free shipping in the U.S. Good deal.
Yeah,
So, bye, I guess.
that's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for putting up
We
with
need to
little
get back to mining.
get a couple of punchy miners, and we will catch you next time. Maybe in
Miners,
a week
base
or two.
miners.
Miners, space miners. Yeah, there we go. There's our zine, space miners. All right, everybody. We'll catch you later.
Go away.